The IMF and World Bank annual meetings in Washington, D.C. concluded with a strong call for global action and collaboration. Muplang Dakok reports that Nigeria's Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, and Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Yemeka Doso, who led Nigeria's delegation, look to growing the economy through attracting investment and strengthening ongoing reforms.
Leaders and policymakers underscore that no single country can achieve sustainable progress on its own.
Domestic policies will not be enough. To tackle today's global challenges, we need more than ever cooperation and multilateral action. The IMF and the World Bank play a critical role.
Regulatory and policy certainty. We're testing our capacity to help governments with this, along with the IMF and the African Development Bank, through our initiative to connect 300 million people in Africa to electricity.
Nigeria is looking forward to stronger fiscal and monetary frameworks that will propel growth.
As we try to make sure that inflation, which of course needs to be combated as a priority, we all know the negative effects it has on purchasing power and on the living standards, particularly of the poor and the most vulnerable. But at the same time, critical investments must go on so that we have a chance to grow. Because at the end of the day, it is growth and job-creating growth that leads to a reduction in poverty, which is the major aim of the economic policies and strategies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
We have achieved increased transparency and improved overall supply in the foreign exchange market, leading to reduced arbitrage and speculative activities and eliminated the front loading of foreign exchange demand. The CBN's recapitalization policy has prompted deposit money banks to strengthen their financial positions, a process expected to result in a more robust and resilient banking sector.
The meeting ended with emphasis on unity and shared responsibility, which reflects the urgent need for cross-border partnerships to drive global prosperity. In Washington, D.C., Muplang Dakok, Nta News.
A Rivers State government is promoting and strengthening the implementation of the use of artificial intelligence AI in waste management to maximize its economic potentials for the benefit of Rivers people. This was as Governor Siminalayi Fubara signs two memoranda of understanding for the development of a $300 million waste to wealth project, 200 megawatts power plant, smart e-mobility and other innovations are the Ministry of Justice in Port Harcourt. Osinachi Samo reports.
Waste management has been a sore point on the people and the environment world over, and Rivers State is not an exception. The state government spends millions of naira for waste collection and disposal, with no significant result. But by this memoranda of understanding, there is a leap forward. The state government says by this memoranda of understanding, there is a leap forward. Represented by the Rivers State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Dagogo Israel Iboroma, SAN, the governor noted with delight that the May 2024 Rivers State Economic and Investment Summit is yielding expected results. He said the MOUs with Intech and Omene group of companies, among other things, are designed to convert waste to wealth, generate electricity, boost employment opportunities, as well as increase the state's revenue base.
To convert waste to wealth. In the process, the electricity will be generated about 200 megawatts per day. 20 tons of carbon will be captured and traded in the carbon market. And of course, the returns are unimaginable. So we look forward to a cleaner Port Harcourt, a brighter Port Harcourt, and a more prosperous Rivers State.
The Chief Executive Officer of Omene Group, Otumba Prince Franklin Omene, said that the company will be working with other foreign investors to convert waste to wealth, while appreciating Governor Siminalayi Fubara for making the investment possible in his administration. He said their effort is to complement what the Rivers State Waste Management Authority is doing, explaining that the Rivers State Economic and Investment Summit gave birth to the collaboration.
But I'm very happy to be here and for the state giving us the platform to realize this vision, to make Rivers State the name that is used to be known for, the Garden City, a city where everybody wants to come and take advantage of what we're bringing here to the people of Rivers State and in support of the host community.
The MOU signing ceremony for the establishment of $300 million Waste to Wealth project is first of its kind in Nigeria. In Port Harcourt, Osinachi Samuel, NTA News.
Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics, ASIP, has extended the 15 days ultimatum issued to the proprietors of public polytechnics and colleges of technology on 7th of October 2024 to review state of affairs in the sector face industrial action to the 2nd of December. The union says this followed a stakeholders meeting convened by the Federal Ministry of Education on the 23rd of October 2024, where resolutions and an action plan were developed to resolve its demands on improving standards in the tertiary institutions. The demands included welfare of staff, intrusion of the MBTE into the statutory responsibilities of academic boards of polytechnics on matters of HND students' admission, revitalization of infrastructure, payment of all outstanding promotion arrears, payment of outstanding arrears of 25%, and 35% salary review from January 2023 to December 2023. In federal polytechnics and colleges of technology, and the implementation of the salary review in state institutions, among many others. It thanks the federal government for the intervention and its members for the show of solidarity. In related development, Governor Doye Diri of Bayelsa State has approved the sum of 80,000 naira as the new minimum wage for workers in the state's civil service with effect from November 1st, 2024. He also approved an increase in the monthly pension of retired workers as well as payment of 7 billion naira to reduce outstanding gratuity liabilities. Governor's spokesman Daniel Alabra in a statement said the Bayelsa State Governor acknowledges the challenging times workers face in the state due to rise in cost of living. Niger State Government has approved 80,000 naira minimum wage for the state civil servants and that of local government councils. The Governor, Mohammed Umar Bago, disclosed this after meeting with the organized labor in Mina. Hussein Musa has the report.
Our members, there is victory for us.
Sequel to the removal of fuel subsidy and pronouncement of the new minimum wage by the federal government in July this year, state governments were directed to follow suit. It is in view of this that the Niger State government made the pronouncement of 80,000 naira minimum wage for both the state and local government civil servants, effective from November 2024.
1,000 naira is sustainable, and we're sure with our strides in agriculture, we'll still up it very soon. You know, we're encouraging civil servants to start to do production. We are creating civil service farms so that our civil servants will be productive.
It's not commensurate to the economy right now, because if you look at a bag of rice, 80,000 cannot buy you a bag of rice as of now. So it's not commensurate, but at least a step forward. We heard what the governor said. We are starting with 80,000, and we are hoping that probably we'll go to 1 million. That is what the governor said.
The decision of the state government favored the union, as it initially presented 70,000 to 80,000 naira as minimum wage for the state, even as the committee on the minimum wage will work on the consequential adjustments. In Mina, Hussein Musa, NTA News.
To improve healthcare in West Africa is the interest of the West Africa College of Physicians as it meets with newsmen in Abuja ahead of its 48th annual General Scientific Meeting. Uche Ugochukwu reports that a medical outreach in Kuje community preceded the press briefing.
Medical experts from across 13 countries in West Africa are gathering in Abuja, Nigeria, to share knowledge and strategies for strengthening health systems in the region. Members of the college took their expertise to the community with a medical outreach in Kuje. First point of call was the Palace of the Gomo of Kuje, where the team pledged commitment to improving healthcare as demonstrated in their medical outreach.
Like 75% of the cases that will be attended to here, most likely if this outreach is not there, they would have ended up going to the primary healthcare centers. So with this outreach, it has taken over the unexpected out-of-pocket expenses on the community.
Me coming here and I've saved from the consultant fee to the test and everything.
And you can see we are partnering with the FCT health insurance scheme. People are registered to make sure that when you need to come again, you will not say, oh, I don't have money. So that's one thing, the follow-up. We are assuring that obstacle to access is removed.
At the press conference, the opportunities and challenges facing health systems in West Africa, ranging from inadequate funding to unfavorable governance and working environment, were highlighted.
We are not merely here to discuss challenges, and we are also here to drive solutions. At the end of the AGSM, we intend to release a communique that will continue recommendations to our various partners and, of course, to our governments.
The 48th conference is tagged Improving Health Systems in the West African Region, Opportunities and Challenges. Uche Ugochukwu, Nta News.
The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has expressed displeasure over the unprofessional conduct and public display of dichotomy by personnel of the Nigeria Police Force and the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. The IGP, in a statement, ordered the Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 11 Osogbo to carry out a discreet investigation into the root cause of the confrontation. The IGP, however, calls for calm as the Nigeria Police Force, under his leadership, would continually work in collaboration with relevant sister security agencies towards achieving a safe and secure environment in the country. This is the news at 10 on Nta News 24. More reports after this break. Do stay with us. Thanks for being there. About 40 people were reportedly stuck in a collapsed building along Sabon-Lugbe area of the FCT following a recent demolition exercise carried out as directed by the FCT minister. Hawa Gimba reports that evacuation process was ongoing at the time of this report.
City Minister Nyesom Wike recently ordered the demolition of illegal structures in Sabo-Lugbe South District layout after conducting an unscheduled site visit. This decision was made to address the issue of unauthorized buildings in the area. While the demolition exercise is currently underway, no fewer than 50 illegal erected duplexes and bungalows have been pulled down by the Federal Capital Territory Administration. As the demolition continues, residents, landowners and developers are trying to negotiate with the minister, expressing the hope to find a resolution to the issue. Unfortunately, the partial demolition has caused some buildings to collapse, resulting in casualties and further distress for those affected.
Many people there inside here see the caterpillar that is trying to come out the
building on top of them.
Affected parties are now appealing to the FCT minister to reconsider his stance situation, citing the severe consequences of the demolition. Hawagimba, Nta News.
The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security says it will persuade and lobby to ensure that the Agriculture Extension Service Delivery Bill before the National Assembly is passed. Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi says the bill is designed to be a game changer for Nigeria's agricultural system. Musa Baba Aliyu reports.
The proposed Agriculture Extension Service Bill is currently before the National Assembly. The bill was drafted in partnership with the key players in the Agricultural Extension Service under the guidance of the Women Farmers Advancement Network WOFAN Icon 2. Dr. Salamat Garba is the country director of WOFAN.
Is to have a well-defined extension system in Nigeria where roles and responsibilities will be spelled out. We really want to understand the different roles at national, state, local government level. We want the farmers to know what exactly are their rights and what they really need to deserve. We want to have e-extension system that will be able to meet the ever-growing population in Nigeria. We also want to build the capacity of extension workers so that they will be able to deliver more.
The Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi, stated that with about 70% of the population involved in agriculture, it is important to ensure they receive the technical support they need to achieve optimal outputs and good income. He declared that this is where extension agents become very important, stressing that having the right extension delivery system legislation will boost sustainable and resilient agriculture in the country.
Which means food should be available all over the place. So how to produce this food is what extension agents are designed to help you achieve. To show you good agronomic practices, to teach you how to plant, when to plant, where to plant, and how to take care of what you have planted, how to harvest, how to process, and all of these things. So under what we call generically good agricultural practices.
The Executive Director of the National Agriculture Extension Research and Liaison Services, Professor Emmanuel Ikani, stated that the bill will provide a legal framework for a sustainable extension delivery system that will translate research results and technologies into success for farmers. Statistics reveal that Nigeria is among the countries with the lowest population of agriculture extension workers. Musa Baba Aliyu, Nta News.
Nurturing the next generation of farmers and promoting sustainable agricultural practices among young minds was the focus at the 2024 Nta Uyo Children's Summit, which drew primary and secondary school children from across the 31 local government areas in the state. Evelyn Bado reports on the highlight.
Edition of the Nta Uyo Children's Summit aims at inspiring children towards sustainable agricultural practices, promoting food security and nutrition. The children presented compelling speeches on the positive impact of sustaining agricultural practices to enhance food security.
Agriculture is vital to Akwa economy, providing livelihoods for many families.
Agriculture has the transformative power to ensure food security, nutrition, and affordability, which significantly impact children's socio-economic well-being. Together, we can help reduce poverty and hunger, promote sustainable agricultural practices. Number 3, serene environment that is well decorated with ornamental plants, birds in school and at home can promote agricultural development.
Stakeholders and experts in the agriculture sector laud Nta Uyo's initiative of engaging young minds in agricultural production and shaping their intellectual abilities.
For Nta to key in with the vision of the governments, and I want to say that Mary Slezor Akandlo Foundation will continue to support Nta.
This year's summit is expected to bring to fore the intellectual ability of children and other potentials associated with education and speech making.
At the end of the event, the primary school category had High Soil Academy emerging first position, Christ the King Primary School Uyo and Presbyterian School clinched second and third positions respectively. In the secondary school category, the first position went to Rayfield International School, Modern Training School and Community Secondary School Akal fourth, second and third positions respectively. In Uyo, Evelyn Badu Ekbo, Nta News.
Rediscovering Nigeria by Nigerians is a new roadmap being charted by concerned citizens on the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative. The essence is to raise a new set of patriots who love, support and defend the fatherland. Kenneth Nanim reports that Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, was represented at the event.
Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria Initiative is a citizens' action-driven project on changing the negative concepts about Nigeria. The theme, Rise Up, Patriots Take Pride in Our Nation, is compelling voices to get louder. Former INEC chairman, Professor Atahiru Jega, rekindled hope that Nigeria is a work in progress and needs the support and contributions of all citizens to thrive.
We should never lose hope in our country. And the driving factor and force behind progress and development in countries globally is patriotism, love for country, and the selflessness with which people contribute to their country's development and to addressing the challenges that affect the country.
Minister of Information and National Orientation Mohammed Idris, represented by the Director General National Orientation Agency, explains effort by the ministry to rebrand the minds of citizens by imputing local content in children's programs that identifies Nigeria as a people.
We are not saying ban foreign cartoon. You need to provide your own content and then gradually replace the foreign content with your own content.
Nigeria's S International, Emmanuel Babayaro, is urging for investments in sports, especially football, which he believes has become a unifying factor.
Sometimes when we're playing on the pitch, my brother Celestine is my left back. He's always close to me whenever something happens. If I almost make a mistake and he saves the ball, he will come close to me in the net. He says, if to say I leave that ball, Nigerians will kill you today. You can't mess up for where Nigerians do. It's there.
We can actually tell our stories. We don't need people to come tell our stories from us. It's from this realization that Unveiling Nigeria was born. Our mission is to use community engagement and technology, through the social media spaces and the internet to show the world what Nigeria is truly all about.
With the reorientation of the mindset, behavioral change and love for fatherland illustrated at the event, every attendee, no doubt, would have been equipped with the right information to promote patriotism among citizens. Kenneth Nanim, Nta News.
You're watching the news at 10 on Nta News24. Here's a quick look at our major stories. IMF meeting closes in Washington as Nigeria's delegation persuades investors.
Critical investments must go on so that we have a chance to grow.
Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics extends ultimatum to proprietors of public polytechnics and colleges of technology to review affairs in institutions. Inspector General of Police orders investigation into security formations confrontation. And that concludes the news at 10 on Nta News 24. Thanks for watching. I am Olajide Bello.